Hey, some friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm symptomistic like optimistic, but make it Sims. And we are here with the Create a Sim video for the founders, which, we haven't dealt with in a little bit. We dibble and dabble in and out of it. But first off, I have to say, this is an 8-person Sim video, in case I didn't say that in the title or the thumbnail. This is 8 people. So I'm going to try to make this move as quickly as possible. Currently, it is 33 minutes sped up, but I'm going to cut it down as much as I can. But hopefully, you have your snacks and everything ready because I didn't want to break these Sims up because they are a family and I wanted just to tell their family journey together. I also made these Sims for Black History Month, but I never really finished it in time. So, we like to make Black history all the time. But the reason I made these Sims for Black History Month was because I felt like it dealt with lineage, it dealt with family connections and the way families evolve over time without like staying current. I like to kind of stay current. So without further ado, this is Arthur Temple, and he is the father of this family. Now I'll say how this family lives all together, and I will explain how that happens a little bit later. But Arthur is a hardworking man, and he worked very hard to put his son and daughter in the best position. Him and his wife, they have a great marriage. They are still married. They've been married since they were very young. Arthur was a man that worked in sanitation. He spent his career there until he was deputy chief, and then he later retired. So he was responsible for keeping the sim worlds clean. You see all the streets in the sim world are very clean. You would want to thank Arthur here. And now he is retired. He enjoys chess, the outdoors, keeping things neat, and he loves his family. He cares about his family a lot, and that is his focus. He's a simple man. He knows what's important, and he focuses on those things. I should also say now that I am doing one outfit. So in spite of doing one outfit, these Sims all took forever. So we will now get a little bit into the misses. This is Mrs. Beverly Temple, and she serves as our grandmother, Sim, or, the matriarch of the family. And her and Arthur are both retired. Now, she worked in education all her life. She was a teacher, and she's just a very sweet woman. One thing I do have to say that I didn't get to say earlier was that these Sims are part of the Founders, which I mentioned, but what is the Founders? So the Founders is a save file challenge that I'm essentially doing with myself, but you are welcome to do #FoundersSaveChallenge. And essentially you have to start the whole world empty, and you need to make sure the Sims are moving into this town to develop it. So there has to be a reason that these Sims are moving to this new place, which we will explain why this family is moving shortly, but that's the whole point. So this is another family that is moving into pretty much uninhibited world. I've put down some Sims already, and honestly, let me know when you guys think I should stop, if I should reach a certain count or whatever, because I am starting to have a lot of Sims. But I have a mayor, I have a police officer, I have some families, a lot of different single mom. Like I have a whole bunch of different Sims and business people, all kinds of things. So this is the latest family that is going to be part of the Founders, and I'm really excited for the opportunity to make an 8-person family. So back to Beverly. Beverly is also retired and just having a good time, spending time with her family and her husband and her interests. So we will start with a little bit about her traits because we won't have much time at the end. But Beverly enjoys art. She's still like a very feminine, so she enjoys girly things. She also enjoys or respects etiquette. So she is a very proper Sim. She raised her children to be proper, and she thinks that's really helped them throughout their life. So she still puts a heavy emphasis on doing things as they should be done and respecting other Sims and being pretty formal. And of course, she is also family oriented like her husband. I really enjoyed making Mrs. Beverly's outfit, or picking her outfit, or rather, because, sometimes picking older Sims outfits are a little tricky, but I felt like this was a great outfit for her. It showed that she likes things that are kind of artistic, that she is girly, so I wanted to give her some pink, but like a fun pink, not necessarily a dull pink, and really just showcase her style a lot. And I love her hair. I think I've never used this hair on an elder sim, but I think it's great because it shows like some, her hair is like still graying, so she's not quite like, it's not fully gray, but it's, it's graying. I love these glasses, and if you want to know where I got anything in this, just let me know in the comments and I will be sure to tell you. So I'm just finishing up her makeup because this is definitely a woman who wears makeup. And while we're finishing up the rest of her and doing all her traits and her accessories and everything like that, now I can tell you where this whole family is going to live. So they are going to live in one house. Yes, 8 people in one house. I'm still working on fixing up that house so I can show you it, but it took me some time to find one house on the gallery with enough space that I felt like, and something that felt like a family home. Definitely give this video a thumbs up if you want to see more from this family, because I kind of do these videos in whichever order I like, and so I would need to know from you liking, commenting, and just like pushing this, supporting it, and sharing it, that this video is something you want another part to. And now we are at the sim. This is our third sim in the family, who is the daughter of Arthur and Beverly. And this is whose home everyone will live in. Now, this sim is a boss. So she took the foundation that her parents laid, and she became very successful. She is in real estate. She respects her parents and how hard they worked, but she also saw that, there were times when they were just scraping by. I think later in their life they became more comfortable, but I think Malia, which that's her name, Malia Temple, she just wanted to get to the bag a lot sooner than her parents. Like, her parents definitely had a comfortable life, but she wanted more, and she had her eyes set on more money and probably a little more power too. And I think the times that they struggled a little bit were a little traumatic for her, even though it wasn't her whole life. And she just, I think she never wanted to go back to that, even though it was like a brief period. So yes, this is Malia, our real estate mogul, who found, after searching, the perfect home for her whole family to live in. And I wanted to give her like a really sleek look. I wanted her to have really long, straight hair, and it to be her own hair, or at least to look like it was her own hair, and not like super big and super glamorous, but there was an ounce of glamour to it because it was so straight and sleek. And then I also wanted her outfits to be very chic and very fashionable, but also something that said like she's the boss, like this is the woman who is in charge. So I gave her this scentate dress, which looks very much like a Chanel type of style, but also I guess there's some like Burberry with the patterns. But I wanted her to look like she was in something designer. She does want people to know that she has money, but I think it's less from a flashy standpoint and more from a, it takes money to make money, and she doesn't want anyone questioning, how her success or anything like that. So she wants it to be clear from just her outfit that she is, successful, and she likes beautiful things and can sell people beautiful things. I also want to make it clear that Malia is taking care of her parents because she wants to, not because she has to. They can take care of themselves. They have healthy retirements. They can live in their own house. It may not be as glamorous as where this home is, or like as fancy, but they can live in their own home. And this is something that they kind of struggle to agree to, so we'll see if there'll be some drama with that. But Malia really wanted to take care of her parents because they worked so hard throughout their lives and she just felt like they deserved it. Selfishly, she wanted them to be close. She knew she was moving to this new, I guess, save file, this new world that was like, you know, up and coming. Like she also has an eye, she has vision, and she knows when things are about to pop off and explode, and she wanted to get in there early. And so, you know, she also wanted them there and not to live very far. She has kids and, you know, she wanted the family around. So that is why her parents are living in this house. Now let's go through her traits. So as expected, she is ambitious. And I also thought it would be nice to give her some of the same traits as her parents. So she is a neat sim like her dad, which I thought would be really cute that she had that trait from her dad. She is a morning sim because generally she's just happy about life. She's very excited to get the day started. She is a girly girl like her mom, and she's also family oriented like the rest of her family. And her aspiration is quality of life because, again, that is something that is important to her, like the overall experience of life. So now we are moving on to her husband. This is Kyle Archer. Now, as far as last names, I wasn't 100% sure if Malia was taking Kyle's last name or anything like that. I kind of just like the last name Temple. Let me know in the comments if you think she has like a hyphenated name or if she keeps her name. Whatever. I wasn't sure about that, but I knew his name was Kyle Archer. And so he is definitely a subdued sim. He's probably not super outgoing, but you know, he knows how to be sociable, and he is a writer. So that's why he has a career that is kind of more to the background. He used to teach, but you know, his passion is writing and writing just different novels. So something that he can have a pretty comfortable lifestyle. I thought it would be really dope to have two parents have kind of flexible careers and, you know, flexible timing where they kind of set their own deadlines. I think Malia sets her own deadlines for a very different reason. I think because she's just grinded so hard where she is kind of at the, like at a high level where she can kind of control her own thing. And I guess in a way Kyle has done the same since he, you know, used to work a more standardized type of job and now he just writes and he's practiced his craft. So they're both people who can kind of control their own life, and I think that works together since they are sims who care about balance. Like they care about living a nice lifestyle, but that includes, you know, nice things, and that includes spending time with people they love. I spent forever picking out his glasses. Like, honestly, that's why this video was like 33 minutes because it was his glasses and it was also Malia's makeup. It took entirely too long. So, his aspiration, as you can guess, is to be a best-selling author, which he's well on his way to doing. It's already like pretty much almost in the bag for him to be a best-selling author. And for his clothes, I wanted him to look comfortable, but also like he could stop by Malia's office anytime. Sometimes he does help her out at the office, like with little things. Not that she doesn't have assistants or anything, but you know, sometimes she's going so hard that she forgets things at home, at her home office, and then she needs it at her work office. So, you know, he's always happy to help her out with anything she needs. Now, his traits are he is family oriented because that was something that Malia had to be with someone else who's family oriented since that's so important to her. He loves chess, which was kind of how him and Arthur bonded because, of course, they have to have a good relationship to all live in this house together. And I think because Kyle is kind of a more subdued type of guy, you know, Arthur wasn't really sure what his energy was like when they first met. But, you know, Arthur asked him, "Do you play chess?" And, you know, they played a game of chess, and, you know, that was pretty much all there was to it. Now, what else? He loves to read books because, you know, I love to say that before you're a writer, you are a reader. And he also is a green fiend. To me, I'm not sure about that trait. I've never played with it. It seems kind of silly. Like any sim would like to live on a street that is, healthy and pollution free. But, I'm thinking of it like he likes to live in a nice neighborhood, and that's partially why he married a real estate mogul and trusted her to take him to this new place that, he's not as familiar with, but he knows she has good taste and he wants a better space for his family to grow up. Now let's meet their eldest daughter, Iris. So Iris is a bit of a wild child. And first of all, I wanted to make the features on these Sims a little different. Like I wanted to give them different eye colors and things like that because I feel like sometimes people think you can always like predict how a child looks, and sometimes they'll come out with like a random feature that their aunt or like their cousin has that you're like, this doesn't look like either one of these parents. So I wanted to give her something that looked a little different, but still give her some features like her parents. And like I said, she is the wild child, or I will say the free spirit. And you will be able to tell that a little bit by my hair choices for her. So this is a teen sim, by the way. So, not all parents allow their teen sims to color their hair or have like out there colors. I definitely was not allowed to do that when I was a teen, but I also didn't push very hard for it. So maybe, who knows? I wanted to do a little bit of a story of the generations kind of having more freedom or having more opportunities to do different things that may sometimes be odd to the older generation. And so I thought like a teen would be a perfect fit for this family. And her clothes are kind of loose and chill. I love these pants. I think they're by Rusty, if I'm not mistaken. And her style is laid back, just cool. Let's talk about her traits. So she is a free spirit. She is creative, as you can see. She is comfortable experimenting with different things, her style. So she hasn't figured out exactly how she's creative, but she knows that she's creative and she dibbles and dabbles in many different things. She's also a good sim, so I wanted that to be clear that even though she may color outside the lines a little bit, her heart is always in the right place. And she's also very confident, I think, from growing up with all this love around her and just being supported and trying new things. That's just made her self-assured and confident. So that is Iris. I also want to thank you if you have stuck around this long because this video is definitely twice as long as my normal CAS videos and even probably longer than my normal LP videos. But again, I just wanted to make this a one and done type of video. So I'm going to start talking about her little sister up next. So this is Sammy. No, not Samantha or anything like that. It is just Sammy. Sammy is a pretty well-dressed child sim. She is into style, or at least she's into making herself look nice. Like she definitely cares about her hair and her outfits, and she enjoys picking out her clothing. But other than that, she is a pretty outgoing and self-assured sim. Again, being raised with all this love, she's pretty confident. And she also is chill. Like, so there aren't many worries that this sim has, except for one. Sammy wants a dog. She loves dogs. She is like, why are there so many people in this house? And there's nobody to walk a dog. Like, I don't understand. Her friends have dogs, and she just is like, where is my dog? Like, please get it together. She knows it's not a money thing. She's smart enough to know that. So, hashtag get Sammy a dog. Leave a dog emoji in the comments if you want Sammy to get a dog. I'm also gonna go back in and add some nail polish and some lip gloss for little Miss Sammy. And next up we have 2 more Sims that have joined this household, and they are a package deal. So this is Owen. Owen is Malia's little brother, and he kind of, how do I put this? He doesn't always make the best decisions. And, his parents have been a little hard on him. I think they might have had extra pressure on him because he was the boy, and that kind of forced him to rebel a little bit. So he's made some poor choices, but Owen's a good guy, and he has a son now, which is ultimately his responsibility to raise. I think he's taken on that responsibility once his son came into the world, and he kind of saw that the mother was just not interested and she wasn't going to be stable for the son. He decided that, it's time for him to really step up and stop, being young and immature. So he is going to take care of his son. But Malia has stepped in to also help make that a bit easier, and she wants him to move in with her. She really wants this brother to get on a better path and kind of figure out what stability is going to look like for him, and why not have him move into the house with her and the rest of the family. Now, this may be a little awkward with the parents because the parents have been really, really hard on him. But, it also could be a lot of fun and a lot of family excitement. So let me know what you think is going to happen. But I think Owen is going to stay in like a separate area. I don't know. Let me not even start guessing how I'm going to set up this home. But you guys definitely let me know in the comments if you've done an 8-person family and how you set it up. Was it ever a family like this with like multiple, like, I guess, nuclear families within families? I don't know. I just was really excited to make this group of Sims, and I wanted to talk a little bit about Owen's style. I wanted him to look cool. Like, I wanted him to look like not like a Sim that was into the streets, but a Sim that kind of had his own swag about it. It might have some streetwear influences, but it's mostly his own swag. Owen and his nieces have a really great relationship. Like, they love him. They think he is just the coolest ever, and they always want to talk to him and get his advice. And so I'm excited for them all to be living under one roof. He's charming. That's definitely kept him safe and out of some tough situations. He is a well-read Sim. He is into books, and he's smarter than some people may think, or even probably than his parents think. He is a bro and, into all of that bro stuff and like sports and whatever the Sims think bro likes. What do you think about that, Che? It's kind of weird, but I guess it makes sense. And he's a hoops lover, so he's into basketball. He's family oriented because he still comes from that family. I think that's why he's so invested in his son, and his aspiration is to be a super parent. Like, honestly, all he cares about is his son, and he'll do whatever he needs to do to make sure that his son grows up happy and healthy. And now we are on to his son, who is Owen's junior, so his name is also Owen. And this is a kid that just wants to be outside, like he wants to have adventures. And so I think it's really great that the Owens, I think I'm going to call them the Owens, are moving into this house where they live in a safe neighborhood and a safe environment. And maybe with the help of Malia, they'll be able to travel, and he'll be able to have new experiences where he can be adventurous. He loves the outdoors and, experience the ocean and things like that. But we are pretty much done with this video. I'm just fixing up his outfit, and I'm gonna put in his traits. And I really thank you for watching 24 minutes of a video, and I'm not even gonna add all their outfits at the end because this video is long enough. So I put chapters in that you can go back and forth and look at their outfits again very easily. I'm Symptomistic, like optimistic, but make it Sims. I thank you all for watching. Please like, comment on each and every one of these Sims. I will respond. Share with your Sim friends, and definitely subscribe if you watched a 24-minute video. like you should definitely subscribe. So I hope you all enjoy the rest of the day or night. Talk to you later. Bye.